What's up, guys? This is LeetCode 206 reverse linked list. Reverse a single linked list. Follow-up is a linked list can be reversed either iteratively or recursively. Could you implement both? Yes, we can try. So to do this iteratively, we can think by just swap this next pointer here to the previous node, and to do that we will need an auxiliary variable to store the previous node and also a variable to store the next node. So by doing that we can always set the next pointer to the previous node. We can update the previous node to be the current node in the next iteration. We will also need to update the current node to be the next node in the next iteration. And yes, I think that's it. And when the current node is, and while the current node is not null, we can do this, and when we get a null value into the current node, we can actually return the previous node, because the previous node at the end of the iteration will be at the last node that should be the first node in a reversed list. Yeah, that's it. So let's try to write some code for this, and after we solve this in an iterative way, we can try to solve recursively. Okay, so let's go. As I said, we will need a variable to store the current node, which is head, and also we need a previous node, and in the first iteration the previous node is null. And I think that's it for now. We can start our loop here by doing it while current node is not null. Okay, so as I said before, we need also a next variable to store the next node, and yes, we need to store the next node here because we will update the value of the next node right now, because we want to change the next node to be the previous node. And also in the next iteration, the previous node will be the current node right now. And let me see, we need to also update the current node to be the next node in the next iteration. So I think this is the work we have to do within this while loop. And when we get out of the while, we can return the previous node. I think that's the solution. Let's try to run the code. Yeah, let's try to hit submit. Yeah, so that's the solution, that's the iterative solution. And time complexity here is big O of n, where n is the number of nodes in this linked list. And space complexity here is big O of 1 is constant. Even if we are declaring some variables here, all these variables does not have anything related to the growth of the input here. Yeah, so let's try to do this in a recursive way, but the solution will be the same because we will use this solution as a base solution for the recursive one. Imagine that here we are just doing some swaps, because we are getting the next node and updating to get the previous node, and we are setting the previous node to be the current node and the current node to be the next one. We will do this in a recursive function. I will delete this, and I will create a helper function here, which will be private this node, and will be the reverse list recursive. Here we will get we need the head, which I will call the current node, and also we need the previous node. The previous node, let me see. I think that's it. Yes, so by now we have to first let me see, if check, we need to check if current is null. Yes, I think so. I think if the current node is null, we will return previous node. This is like the same we did in the solution in an iterative way. So by now we have to actually start these swaps. So we are gonna also have to store the next node. So cur.next comes to the next variable. We also need to set the current.next to the previous. We also need to set the previous to be the current node. Let me see. We actually don't think we need this. I think we can solve by just passing the right node to the right parameter here. Like, let me see, we can return the reverse list recursive, and the current node in the next iteration will be the next node right now, and the previous node in the next iteration will be the current node right now. So let's just give a second look here. If cur is null, return previous. Save the next into the next variable, set the current.next to the previous node, and call the recursive function. Okay, so let's just return the reverse list recursive here, where the current node will be head and the previous will be null. And I think that's it. Let's try to run the code here. Yes, let's try to hit submit. Yeah, that's it. So time complexity for this solution is big O of n, where n is the length of head, the number of nodes in this list. And space complexity here is also big O of n, and the space complexity is big O of n because we are using the stack allocation for the recursive function here. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.